Okay, when you want to harvest garlic when it's about half and half, half green on the top and half brown on the bottom. This might have been a week or two late, but it doesn't really matter. And as far as I'm concerned, I do a few 100 pounds of garlic each year, so it works for me. Anyway, when you're harvesting regular garlic, you know, you want to get it before too long, and you just simply pull it out, and you know, it looks like that. Anyway, the garlic just comes out, and anyway, there's regular bulbs, and that's fine. You know, like I said, these ones here are a little bit, you know, a little bit late. When you come to these kind here, these are elephant garlics, and they have corms on them. These little tiny things right here, they grow on the side, and they're like a baby one. They're like baby cloves, and they're fine. They're just good. It takes a couple years to get them to be full size. You know, when you get full size like this, these are you know, big ones. You can see my hand here. They're big garlics, and so they're nice. They're nice sizes, you know. But when they have these little corms on them. You can see them right here. And what they do, you just plant those anyway by themselves. And then the next year they'll be around. It'll be like, you know, around, and then you plant it one more time, then it becomes a full head of garlic. Okay, so you don't want to get rid of these corms. They're great. Just find a nice spot for them and put them in, and then the next year they'll come up and they'll be a solid round, and then the year after that they split into separate cloves. And again, when you do go to plant cloves, each one of these cloves, each clove of garlic always makes a identical, it's like a clone. So if you plant this right here, that's the size bulb you get. If you plant small cloves, you get small bulbs. So clove is everything, and so you want to plant your biggest ones. You want to plant your biggest ones, and let me get a few of these out here. You can see them. There's some real nice sized ones. You know, you can see how big these things are. It takes my whole hand. But anyway, they're nice, and again, you want to use all your corms, okay? It takes 2 years to get to be full size, but that's totally fine. But anyway, you can also just plant these individual cloves, like 6 cloves or whatever on each one, and just plant them individually, and they'll also come up with the same thing. If I planted one of these cloves, one of these pieces, the next year would be this piece here. They make identical, so they make clones of whatever you plant. So if you plant a small one, you'll get a small garlic bulb, but if you plant a big one, you get a big one. So always plant your biggest ones and your best ones, and they produce clones to that thing. Okay, so anyway, that's how to harvest. If you have any questions, just let me know. And you just want to pull them out and then get them out of the sun, you know, in short order. You know, sit around for an hour or so, but then get them out of the sun and some dry spot, let them dry out, and then you get ready to hang them and cure them. Okay, they can still be good for up to like 10 months. So let's put them in a nice dry spot. Okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, as I was saying, these corms that grow on the elephant garlic, they're just 1 year garlic. So if you plant them, they'll become round, and that's what this is here. This is a single round, and then if you plant that next year, you can either eat it now as a pure big garlic. So the corms, each one you have, turns into one of these, and then you can turn that, either eat it, it's just one big giant garlic clove, or plant it again, and it'll spread out and become a giant one. Okay, so that's your deal. So take the corms and use them all up, and plant them on, you know, in the fall, and next year you have a whole bunch of these singles. You know, they can get pretty nice size singles. You know, it's a big giant single garlic, and they're pretty nice size ones. You know, anyway, they get nice and big, and singles. And then so you go from there to singles, and then to a giant head, and these are some of the babyier ones, but still they're big giant heads, you know. Alright, here's one of my bigger garlics this year. Again, you see the green. It's waited a little bit long, but that's not too bad. It's a lot of green on top, but there's some brown, you know, half and half or so. And you can see how the bulb is. I mean, it's a gigantic bulb, and it takes my whole palm. And yeah, it's real nice, and got some nice corms on it, and we'll produce some killer garlics with these things. It's totally awesome.